Hi all, welcome back to the channel. I've got the shock absorbers all done and painted now, so we need to get those back together. So I'm just going to show you in a minute just what we've done. So I've just done rub them down. Obviously I've got a time-lapse video that I'll put on just to show you how I rubbed them down and what I used. So I basically used just a drill with a wire brush on the end of it, and then I had to use a file because it was pretty rusty and bumpy on there. So I filed it down to make it all nice and smooth. So I'll just quickly show you what I've been doing on the vehicle. I've done the back of the car, basically painted it, put a picture up this morning. Obviously I've done the exhaust, and that was a nightmare. Not polished that for about 7 years, so that's yeah, that was a bit of a challenge last night. Led under the car for 3 hours, so yeah, that wasn't particularly fun. So what I'll do is just I'll show you around the back of the car and what I've done on the back. So we're around the back. The car's looking a bit dusty, I must admit. Could do with a wash and a polish now. Got a lot of dust in the garage, looking a bit. Got my friend's Central Res sticker on there. Excellent website. Right, I'll just quickly show you. I've got the light out here, sorry it's not brilliant. So what I've done, obviously, I've wax sawed up in there because there was a bit of rust in there. Just wanted to make sure that didn't come back. As you can see, I've been painting all that. So there's the exhaust I was doing. Rear painted all the lower arms, all the fuel tank, everything's been painted underneath. I'll try and put some pictures on at that point. Next plan really is to remove the calipers. Not overly keen on the brake pipes, so might well renew those. They're not looking brilliant actually, not the best. So I mean, they're 15 years old, so they could do with a change. But yeah, I'm going to take the calipers off, and then I've got to do all the back plate in on the back here. I just can't get to it with the discs on, so they've got to come off. So we'll get on with that. And this is where we are with the back. Pretty sparse, to be honest. That's the paint there from when I paint the coverings from when I was doing the undercoating and the wax oiling, because I didn't want that anyway. So all this obviously needs refitting as well. You've got to take all this out. I mean, you don't have to take that out. I'm just cleaning that out because I've never cleaned it out. But you've got to take all this out on the inside, just purely to get to those top nuts on those suspension. But didn't realise that. I've never done the rears before. I've done the fronts, but I've never done the rears, so that needs doing. And I'll do a time-lapse video and you can see me putting shocks. Because one thing I did think of, that I've obviously now painted the springs, I've now got to get those in the spring compressors. So I just think earlier on I was just having a little hunt round, so I got some bits of rubber there. So my plan is to hopefully to sort of wrap them around like that, to try and protect the paint, because I don't want it all coming off again after all my time and effort. So I'll get that, get those on, and I'll get it clamped in the vise, and we'll see how we get on. come back. So shock absorbers are all back together now. So I just, it's looking good, looking good. I did damage the bottom of the paint a little bit, actually, putting it in the vise, but sometimes you just can't help these things. So I'll just quickly spin it around and show you. There you go, so there's the shock absorbers all back up together. Got the Bilstein stickers fitted, looking brilliant, to be honest. Some people might say, why have I painted this and not that in there? The reason I haven't painted in there is because I wanted to keep some of the originality. So I've repainted the shocks in the bottom and not necessarily in the top. I've touched in around the bottom, around this piece here, because it was a bit rusty. That's fine. I've repainted the tops, mounts. I has also left, which is, again, some people might say, but I've wanted to keep a little bit of originality, so I have left the original markings on the springs. I haven't painted those. The good thing is the coating hadn't peeled off at that point, so that was fine. I thought, well, I'll leave those, not a problem. I've painted over, obviously, where some of the coating has come off, but they look really good now, so we just want to get those fitted to the car. I'll do a little video when I'm fitting them and let you know how we get on. Okay. Right, sit rep, it's all in. Got the shock absorbers in, they're all in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Helps me, helps the channel, and helps you guys with any notifications.